So 397 just dropped, and I'm going to react to it soon. Link is in the description. Just dropped like an hour ago from TCB. So I got the chapter. 397 just dropped an hour ago. We'll be reading it and have it linked in the description. I've heard Parison might be involved in this chapter. Don't know how true that is. Um, so I think I'll just start soon. Very excited to read this chapter. Link is in the description. Heard Parison might be involved in this chapter. Links in the description to read along. Just dropped an hour ago. This is a big chapter. I think very likely Sarasa, we're going to see her death in some way, probably through a videotape. Chrollo and the Phantom Troupe members as kids seeing the tape of her death, her abduction. Very likely that's going to happen. I doubt they're going to see their death live. I think through the tape. Someone I heard came up with that theory on Reddit or some post 2 weeks ago. I think it's a great theory, very likely to come true. So, chapter 397 formation. So, here we go. Here we go. This week's special showing of Clean Up Rangers is about to begin. Everyone, please take your seats. And now the darkness descends. So we already know through the monologue that it's going to get shit's going to get real. I think that's Shalnak who says 3 are still missing. She's always here at least 15 minutes before the show, Uvogin says. Sheila says, Franklin and Nobunaga always turn up at the last minute, but not Sarasa. Chrollo goes, and Chrollo looks very worried. Very worried, Chrollo. I'll have a look around. Wait, I'll come with you. Sheila goes. Chrollo, you never met Sarasa's nannies, right? And then you see the outskirts of Meteor City. I haven't seen her since yesterday, this old lady says. I assume she was with you guys. I know everyone is excited for the show, but please be patient a little. Next show is coming soon. Fink says she hasn't been back to her hamlet since we split up. She's out there alone. Thinks looks very worried. Hoover again goes, based on the conversation we had yesterday, she probably went looking for some tapes. What do we do? Paku says. Chrollo. And they're all looking for Dunsho for advice. He's here. Red. So the crowd going crazy for Chrollo. So many of you showed up today, but I'm sorry to announce that today's show is postponed. Chrollo goes. Sarasa, who plays Cleanup Orange, has been missing since yesterday. She was supposed to go back to her hamlet after we split up, but no one has seen her since. Shit. I suppose the hamlet is dead, just like Hammock. As you know, child abductions have been increasing, and yet despite knowing how dire the situation is, I let her go home alone without. Chrollo he's very upset. He just reading that panel, he has him because he sensed the worst already. I take full responsibility, he goes. And now we will focus on finding Sarasa. That's why we must postpone the show. My apologies. And then the crowd goes red. I'll help look for her too. I'll help me too. Chrollo goes, thanks. But it's too dangerous. So, and Uwe again goes, we'll enlist the whole hamlet. First off, let's talk to nannies. I'm sure the men's union will help out too if we ask the manager. No one turn us down if we mention Chrollo. Things goes, let's all find Orange. Yeah, Uwe again goes, come on, Red, let's find her. Together, we can do it. Chrollo, go with Uvo, Finks goes. Use my bike. You bet. Red. Uvo again goes, stop crying, Chrollo. We'll find her. She probably just hurt herself somewhere and got stuck. Yeah, you're right. Chrollo goes. And then you have Uvo again going on Fink's bike with on the back. Very cool panel. They're all screaming out, Sarasa, where are you? Paku doing that. Thinks Nobunaga, Uvo again. Chrollo says maybe she's in that forest. Oh no. So probably likely going to see a dead body. Oh shit. And with Chrollo's face, very, very haunting stuff. And shit, looks like there's a dead body hanging up there. So this might be like the forest in Japan where, well, not suicide bodies, but maybe the Mafia just hangs up bodies here. And there's a letter, there's a note. Uwe, no, that's not someone's. Got to check. Uwe again goes, and Paku is very disturbed by it. I'll do it. I'll look. Chrollo goes. Hey, Uwe again goes. What the hell did they write on that paper? Uvo-san, lower it, please. And Uvo gets it. Can't read it, but Chrollo can. Chrollo's asking for whatever is inside to lower, and they're gonna see the body. Holy shit, here it comes. And Chrollo is about to take it out with all the Phantom Troupe looking along. And then here we go. Here it is. Sarasa, the dead body. Look Chrollo. Look at young Chrollo. A note on Sarasa's dead body. It's Sarasa, isn't it? Nobunaga says. Chrollo, Uvo. Here we go. Here we fucking go. Answer me, Chrollo. What's on this paper? I won't say it, huh? What did you say, Uvogin? What did you say? Don't mess with me. What did those murderous bastards write? I won't say it, Chrollo says. Chrollo says, I'll take those words to my grave. If you really want to know, read it yourself. Uvogin, fucking pissed. Uvo, you're just gonna leave Sarasa, you bastard? Machi goes, let's hurry up and take her home. It would be too sad to leave her. It must have hurt so much. You must have been so scared. I'm sorry. And they're all crying. Holy shit. This is crazy. But it's the Phantom Troupe haven't seen Sarasa's body in a videotape. It's in the forest of the outskirts of Media City. I guess this is more grimacing. I did like the idea of the tape better, seeing it on a video of her torture, but it looks like the Mafia have just cut up her parts and taken the organs for selling and left up the rest of the carcasses on a tree in a bag, and the trooper found it, grimacing stuff. So, oh no, it's actually just so they're killing their quota in because at the end of last week's chapter we saw that the Mafia had we have here someone says she almost looks like she's still alive. So it's interesting because her body is still intact here unless the body is like a doll and the head is left. So maybe her body was still left intact here by the Mafia, but the Mafia just need to do their quota, killing off people in Media City. Or maybe it's just their quota, they just get the thrill out of it in a way. It's called embalming. It's a technique used to restore a corpse to its original appearance. Okay, so it was restored. The Mafia did make their quota. They did chop down the body parts, take the organs off for selling, and then kept the hands and head doesn't have any monetary value and hanged it up in the forest. And the Popes confirmed they've used a technique to get the body back to its original form in a way. Condition. What she accomplishes nothing short of a miracle. Oh, a tape. Oh, they're leaving a tape. They're leaving a tape in the coffin. I thought someone was going to give them a tape of her death. That would be fucking sick. Sarasa can keep this. Uvogin goes, we've got it memorized anyway, right? Renko, can I learn how to embalm like that too? Machi goes, impossible. It's not a skill I can teach. It's my special ability. Renko goes, Does that ability have something to do with the glow around your body? You can see my aura, Renko goes to Machi. Those pretty eyes of yours make my skin crawl, Renko goes. If you get permission from your nannies, you're welcome to visit. Get on the last bus, show them this, and ask for Misty Forest Valley. They'll take you for free. And aura, Machi thinks to herself. And then you see the darkness set in on the troupe at the grave. Uvo, Chrollo goes. Can I ask you to wait 3 years? By the time I'm 14, I'll be able to sort everything out. A proper system for the city, as well as my own power. So Chrollo's ready to learn Nen, like Machi is with Renko. 3 years, I ain't waiting. I'm heading out today to avenge Sarasa. Going now is pointless. And didn't you promise to travel the world with me? Chrollo goes. Uvo says, waiting 3 years won't change a thing. It will. We're on the cusp of communications revolution. Once the infrastructure is in place, people around the world will be able to connect at the speed of light. And the people's information will be available for all the world to see. It'll be a major shift. What are you saying? Uvogin goes, I'm sure the killers recorded what they did. Oh, we might still get the tape of their death. That crime scene was orchestrated to convey a message. It was just like our play, Chrollo goes. And those cigarette butts we were standing on was probably the spot they filmed it from. If these people heard of a way to showcase their art to the world, there's no way they could resist, Chrollo goes. He continues, but even in a world of instantaneous communication, there will be borders and regulations. So those guys will look for loopholes. Evil always lurks in the darkness, and this new environment will be no different. But will create those loopholes. Media City will become a safe haven for criminals to pass through. So Chrollo, planning it out 3 years, he's very calculated. He's going to learn then. He's gonna avenge Sarasa, kill the Mafia. He's planning all and make Media City a safe place for criminals, led by them. I see. Actually, I don't. Shalnut goes. He wants to use this new technology to create a hideout for baddies, so we can find the ones we're looking for. Now I get it. Uvogin goes very slow. We'll help too. Shalnut goes. 3 years can go quickly. We've got a lot to prepare for. Knowledge and tools to get us close to the killers, and the necessary power and skill to deal with them once go. Knowledge and tools to get us close to the killers, and necessary power and skill to deal with them once we do. Yes, but we'll also need something even more important, goes, which is, Shalnut goes, in order to ensure what happened to Sarasa never happens again, we'll need to offer up our lives, Chrollo goes. After these 3 years, we will kill many people, Chrollo. Sarasa definitely wouldn't want that. So we're right at the end of the chapter of what happened with Sarasa, and Chrollo and the Phantom Troop are planning everything out for 3 years, right at the end of the chapter. So if I ever see Sarasa again someday, somewhere, I will beg for forgiveness, Chrollo goes. He's got a lot of regret. He's already planning to meet Sarasa in the afterlife. However, I will not forgive those killers for as long as I live. If such a reunion is impossible, given our current legal system, I can't imagine seeing criminals like that actually repenting as the leader of our troop. Nah, you're the leader, Chrollo. Oh, so Chrollo wanted Uvogin to lead, but Uvogin knows that Chrollo is the leader. He he has the more intelligence, and he just sees it in him. And with you as the head, I'll follow you until I die. Very going back to the past, the symbolism, the head and the tails, and wow, you have it there. Chrollo in a grown up, a young teenage form. I think Chrollo's around 26 to 28, the current time of the series. So you could say by this, they're all young adults in their late teens, 18, 19, 20, probably. And thus they were reborn as the spider. And then we have some awesome imagery, coloring. Incredible chapter. I think next week we are going to get the revenge, the Phantom Troupe. We're going to see that more of the formation of the Phantom Troupe here. All 8 members of them currently. And we are going to get the deaths of Mafia members for Sarasa's death. If you've just joined, we've just read the chapter. And if you've read it, I hope you've read it. Please don't watch if you haven't read the chapter, because I'm going to go into spoilers. But we saw the troupe see the corpse of Sarasa hanging from a tree, all cut up. The Mafia making their quota for the killings in Meteor City and also trafficking that they do. It was a very this chapter really went from light to darkness in a lot of ways. You started off it started off with a lot of just uncertainty by the troupe, not knowing where Sarasa is, and then it just dips deeper and deeper, trying to find where they are. Like when you're trying to find someone who's dead, like from an overdose, you don't know where someone is. You're trying to find someone is, and it just gets deeper and deeper, and they can sense it. Like that, not even here, they know something's wrong, but here, like Chrollo just knows that she's dead, probably. And then you even see it here, right in the back of the corner. There's something hanging up there, and they're just hoping it's not her. I wonder what also that is being read. The paper with it's terrible. Uvogin can't read it. You see, get the body down here, and then it's just they see it. The head. Chrollo sees the head, and that reaction is absolutely priceless. It's killed all optimism and joy in Chrollo, especially in other members of the Phantom Troupe, and it's made them just heartless. We're going to see that. We're going to see how the troupe have turned into psychopaths and not feeling remorse for other people, and just for when it happens to themselves. Look at Paku. Look at Kortopi and Shalnak. It's the same reactions, but they've just turned evil. You look at York, the York New Arc, and they just have absolute no remorse. They are psychopaths for the killings that they did, showing no emotions for the killings that they did that didn't affect them. And you see Uvo here just absolutely going absolutely crazy at Chrollo. They're all very upset. Look at Sheila and Paku. And a nice funeral for the end for Sarasa, but a character that needed to die for the development of the troupe. And then we another character here, Renko. So I probably presume that she is the one who taught much to stitch bodies up together. Is likely a similar ability that Machi got from her teachings from Renko, I presume from that. So, and then we have here the troupe going out about it. Chrollo's planning 3 years in advance to get revenge, to to get stronger, to kill the Mafia, and well, I think if this image at the end is 3 years from now, I think likely that we're going to get revenge on the Troupe. If Chrollo was like 13, 14, I can't remember his age at the start of this flashback, but I can I can presume from here he's 17, maybe 17, 18 if he's 15 at the start of the flashback. And then but so you have here Chrollo, Phaeton, but Sheila is not there. So this is very interesting because the Troupe here in this panel aren't obviously they haven't aged to the point here as in the York New arc. So I still think next week we're going to see the Troupe getting revenge for Sarasa on the Mafia, but Sheila isn't here. So this is very interesting because maybe, obviously, yes, Sheila is probably going off to the Kurta clan. Maybe this is enough to give more evidence towards Sheila being Pariston, but I think Sheila is playing the role of is a member of the Troupe fully. I think that's Machi right in the corner there, based on the hair. But very interesting stuff. I think next week, things isn't there either at the end. So very interesting stuff. I think next week we're going to get the death of the Mafia members getting revenge. I think that's the best way to show the callousness of the Troupe, how they actually went down this route to Yorknew with Paku and Kortopi and Shawanak with Hisoka. So I think we're going to get the deaths next week and of Mafia. Thanks for watching. Amazing chapter. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to share this overreaction out to other people to read along to get this hype as I did. But thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.